Yeah, just have good energy first game.
Water.
Marks out of 10 for these two in that opening set.
Well, they had some crucial moments. They faced 4 break points, actually 5 break points, and got out of them all. They were key, but yeah, look, they're the better team, I think. And what stood out for me was Jack Sock and his ability early on in that first set, where he really took control of the net. He was really strong, and he, if we remember, he had a forehand return. The first one he had, he just ripped it at Goffin, as if to say, "We're coming at you." And Goffin didn't budge too much, but it was enough to sort of actually tell the story. I think one of the reasons that these two are good at doubles, Robbie, is they really ride the momentum, and they're at you, and they enjoy the quick exchanges, and they enjoy the flair that you sometimes need to be able to create to win points in doubles.
Plenty of good energy off the bench. Responsibility has fallen on Francis Tiafoe.
Representing Team Europe to serve.
It'll be interesting to see how much more effective at the net Goffin is.
15 more.
Is he going to cross like that? Is he going to look to take the middle a bit more often than what he did in the opening stanza? I think Sock needs to fire one at him early on again. Right now.
$30.
Todd, we were talking about top singles players playing both singles and doubles, and for me, it's still one of the greatest achievements in that department is a good friend of ours, Evgeny Kafelnikov, winning the French Open singles and doubles same year.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll probably ever see that done again in the modern men's game, at least. There's still some women out there that could well achieve it.
$30. $40-30. Game, Team Europe. First game, second set.
Up and running in set number 2. Oh, what a magnificent city this is. One of the best sporting precincts I've ever been inside of.
A couple of magnificent bits of architecture too. The Sears Tower. Tribune building here. I don't know if you got downtown to see that yet, Robbie. Beautiful old building.
Yeah, neo-Gothic design. It's a city renowned for its museums. The Art Institute of Chicago. All its impressionist work there. My good friend Steve King was telling me that this was one of the fastest growing cities in America in the mid-1700s to the late 1700s. Obviously because of the lake, but because of the waterways as well. It's a great way to transport goods around. Great trading port. That's why it grew so quickly. Of course, renowned for its sporting culture here in the US. Guard against complacency here.
Yeah. Interestingly, he went with the serve volley on the big bomb, but the harder you serve it sometimes, the less time you give yourself to get back into the net. And that was the issue on that occasion. Beautifully blocked by Dimitrov.
He patrols the net so well. That's a skill that really has been honed of late.
And what's impressive is, I mentioned just before, these drop volleys, because these are not easy. Watch how he does this. This is unconventional in terms of a traditional volley. A traditional volley would punch hard deep into the court. But, gee, he's got this mastered.
Perfect body angle as well, Todd.
Yeah, these extra cameras that show us where the racket face is really help the visual delivery. Those of you that play a lot of tennis, you can sort of see where your racket face needs to be to create these shots. And the same thing again.
How long can they keep getting away with it, saving break point after break point? He's furious with himself, not making enough meaningful first serves. Having to rely on the second that time round. Another break point for Team Europe.
Game, Team Europe.
That was a big miss.
Team Europe leads 2 games to 1.
And in all fairness, they should have had a couple of breaks in the opening stanza, so perhaps a bit of justice for Team Europe. And the only good thing for Kyrgios and Sok is that they've still got a fair few games in which to get the break back. That's the one advantage if you do get broken early on in a set.
Yeah, interesting serving that last game from Kyrgios. Obviously, he doubled on the break point. But there are times within playing doubles, you don't have to serve big. You need to serve accurate, and you need to serve to get the ball to your net man. And those last few serves that he hit to Dimitrov, he was serving like a singles point, not a doubles point.
That's great hands.
This one was the great hands, that quick reflex, held his ground well. And good effort there from Kyrgios to stay lower than he normally would to make that. Knew he had to be intense with it.
That is such an intelligent return. Perhaps having a feel that Dimitrov might be trying to help Goffin in the service game. Looking to pinch the middle. He left himself exposed down the line. It's,
15-4.
Still one more bite at the cherry here.
Oh, well, he didn't back himself. Kyrgios gave the call to back yourself, and then he took himself back deep to give himself time, but then changed his mind by the looks of it as he was making his swing.
He who hesitates is lost. You've got to keep going for it. That's what he does so well.
Advantage, teamwork.
Okay. Fourth chance here for Team World. Forehand. Yes. Puts them right back in the mix. Yes. 2-1 it is.
Patrick, just trying to grab you, don't run away. Pretty exciting doubles. How are these two going to wrap this up in a couple of sets and get 2 points for you?
We're hoping that's exactly what they're going to do. A little shaky start in the second set, but they just bounce back with a break. So I think if they play solid, you know, they've got a little more experience in doubles. Obviously, Jack's playing great. So just stay solid, and I like our chances.
Nick and Jack, pretty lively characters. How do you and John go about managing them?
They're awesome. They're fun to be around, and they bring a great team spirit, and very, very energetic on the bench and on the court.
Okay, thanks, Patrick. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't think he answered the question, though, did he? How he manages them.
Couple of breaks early on in the second set. That was Team Europe. These guys in your picture breaking in the second game. It's Team World have broken right back. Jack Sock, who has had a tough time on the serve. Saved a lot of break points. Looking to even things up here.
Just keep an eye on the position that Jack Sock serves from. He goes very wide. I think that's okay to this backhand court. Because it sets up that play like that. He gets the good kick serve, and then he's got his forehand that he likes to take charge. On this forehand court, though, it doesn't make sense for me that he also goes wide. He's playing a single-hander. Why wouldn't he come closer to the tee, kick it to the backhand of Goffin, and then...
Dimitrov.
Sorry, Dimitrov, and then he's got the forehand to rip. Here, it's harder to get those angles.
He's serving to Dimitrov's strength there, isn't he?
He is, and if he actually gets a really good kick into Dimitrov's backhand, and he slightly mishits it, which happens a lot for a single-hander on a return like that, then you got Kyrgios ready there to, you know, be like a fly swatter and put them all away. Oh, good overhead and a strong service game.
That's the way to get back on level pegging.
You know, it's a strong service game, but I'm still looking at things that these guys could do a little better, or you at home can try to implement into your own play and actually see and strategize that bit better.
Understanding your strengths and weaknesses and how they can cause maximum damage to the opponents or opponents on the other side of the court. So important.
Oh, great doubles all round. You love the defensive hands of Kyrgios in this point to keep creating things. This was one of those coming, just a little bunt. And the same thing here, a little half volley lob. It was a good lob, but gee, didn't Goffin get back well for it.
30 love. Love.
I mean, that's a Linda Ronstadt right there, isn't it?
What's that? Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Blue by you.
40-15.
I've been listening to you for a while. I haven't heard you come up with that one.
Yeah, that's before our time. That's from older brothers and sisters.
Oh, there's another one. I know the song.
40-30.
I think Nick knows it too. Has he got it? Oh! Good hustle. Emptying his tank. There's Jack Sock giving everything to the cause. 3-2 it is, second set. Of course, Novak Djokovic with a tough loss a little earlier. He was in the press room.
I got to experience the Laver Cup at its best, I think, in my singles today, really. Also doubles yesterday. I know I had two unfortunately lost matches, but I played over 2 hours, both matches, both doubles last night with Roger and today's singles. And, I tried, I gave it my best, but Kevin was playing fantastic. I mean, he was playing amazing, serving amazing, just brilliant match, brilliant performance, and he deserved to win. For me, I was really enjoying it. I thought it was great fun and crowd getting into it. Seeing my teammates supporting me and Bjorn Borg sitting on the bench and John McEnroe on the other. I mean, you know, how much better can get than that.
A very important stage in this competition. Kevin Anderson with a momentum stopping win for Team Europe, halted them in their tracks. And it's turned them up of Team World.
15.
Kevin wins that, reduces the arrears, and now Sok and Kyrgios are riding a little bit of luck. And let me tell you, got to reiterate, I think Team World are due some of that.
Yeah, I agree. So there's some smarter serving. Kyrgios took a bit of pace off it, got the ball to jump up high. I like that one too, down the tee here.
Now Nick is standing a lot closer to the middle. This is what you're advocating for Sok, isn't it?
Yep. But the difference between the two is that Jack has a very heavy kicking serve. He'll jump it up to the single-hander. The easier return for Dimitrov off that side is the one that comes fast, where you just step in and block the ball, keep your racket face flat, get it back across the court quickly.
That's better. Sok shaking his head as if to say, where's that one been?
3 games on.
Look at the shape of the serve as it hits the court surface. It's always moving away from Goffin.
First point, a big key in this game right now. If Kyrgios can snag it, gee, pressure really goes on their opponents.
Love it.
I'll tell you what too, Robbie, if Jack Sok can get a second serve here, I'd like him to step in, hit it, and go forward straight away. See what he does. So Kyrgios goes up. I'd like him to join him at net as quickly as possible. He's been hanging back though. How often on that mid-court short ball on the forehand does Goffin wrap the frame around it and send it into the stands? Look at this here. It happened a lot yesterday as well.
Let second serve.
Got him.
It's a good move from Dimitrov. He's got to pinch the middle there, but wow, Kyrgios doing so well at the last minute there. 3 break points.
He's been under so much pressure on serve. Goffin, 3 of his service games gone down. Love 40 quickly.
He's made it. ridiculous that was. A low bouncing serve off the line, and he punches it down the line for a winner himself.
Unbelievable return. Unbelievable return.
It's 4-3 second set.
Unbelievable return. Where's my towel? Hey, buddy. Towel. He's leaving it back there.
Let's focus here, eh?
Yeah,
This game.
game.
This.
We got Newies here. We got Newies, huh? Let's be smart. Yeah, Newies. Let's be hell smart.
Yeah. Let's focus, guys, yeah?
A heck of a return that was.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he returned so well, you could see him start back, got himself 2-3 feet forward, short swing, compact through the ball, very racket head control, and then really working on the team bump. John Easler just didn't really quite have to jump, did he? Pat McEnroe, he was doing a bit of blocking.
Diego Schwartzman is having to jump on the trampoline to get any sort of height.
Time.
Sock and Kyrgios have put on a show here.
Well, it's starting to get tight, isn't it? If they can just hold serve, the points tally has quickly shortened. The odds have changed.
Remember, 7-3 to Team Europe coming into this doubles match. 2 points on the line. Sock serving with new balls. Right back at you.
Love 15.
Can't believe how much that's
15 all.
dipped. Just admiring the view by the looks of things as Goffin here. It's a good meter in.
It's a great body serve.
15.
That's the hardest return from that court, that one where you have to push the ball back out and away from your body. No room. The easiest shot from there is to actually pull it up the line, but if you've got a good net man there, obviously the returner's cautious of that.
Fascinating to see where Sock goes on this point. Huge point in the context of this match.
Well, you've got to think, as successful as that previous serve was, you go for the body jam again. Oh, he goes for the slower kick, the one that we talked about.
Pays dividends.
Yeah, that one there is the one that, for the single-hander, you tend to catch it up the top of your strings and it flies a little. Experience of that one.
Not too often, Teddy. Lovely shape on that serve. Great use of the fast kicker. Short up the box, even for somebody who returns as well as Goffin off the backhand. Too hot to handle. Team Europe have got to make them serve it out, haven't they? It's a quick service game, yeah. Get the balls to the other side of the net. See what they can do. Penny for your thoughts, Mr. Borg. Doesn't give much away. Ever.
Game.
Team Europe have held up their side of the bargain. And when we come out of this change of ends, it'll be Team World to serve for the win.
We give it a crack, that's all. We give it a good crack, that's it. Focusing on that now. Every time we get hit, we hit.
If you could give this team one piece of information right now, Captain Woodbridge, what will you say to them?
Oh, well, the key is, I mean, you're coming up now against Kyrgios, who's one of the best at serving matches out. He usually gets a couple of free points. So all you can do here is just get that ball back into play. That's the first thing that you do, and then from there you got to play with a little bit of hope, I think, on a Kyrgios service game. You know, perhaps one thing Jack Sock's going to look to help out. So line may be a good option if you can get a clean hit at it.
A lot at stake. Kyrgios serving for the match. That was tight.
Unusual.
It shows you how much it means to him, right?
It's been interesting watching Kyrgios today. He has not had the same pop on his serve as I'm used to seeing.
I thought so as well, even against Federer.
And you know, that second serve there, even by his standards, that's slow for him.
Mm-hmm. Nothing snow about that.
No, got more heat there, didn't he?
Cool as you like. Kyrgios and Sock have been plugged into the mains to match points. minutes.
6-3. 6-3.
They win the doubles in convincing fashion. Kyrgios and Sok triumph in 69 minutes, 6-3, 6-4.
Well, as everybody congratulates each other, it was pretty adamant early on that Team World were the more dynamic, particularly around the net. And that puts a different spin as we head towards day 3 here at the Laver Cup.
Well, of course, last year at this stage, Team Europe had a 9-3 lead. So this time round, it's just 7-5. And I think, despite the fact they're down in the scoreboard, they'll be feeling really good about themselves.
And Jack Sock and Nick Kyrgios certainly will be feeling a little better after both having lost a singles point, as they did last year. They get another win in the Laver Cup.
Well, they handled the Europeans. Let's go down court side now and see if they can handle our very own Sam Smith, who will be ready to have a chat with the Team World winners.